the position, and then the franchise just turns around. I think that if you look at the past couple of drafts, the quarterbacks that have found success are going to, like a playoff team who's an injury away from, making the playoffs, and somehow found themselves in the top 10 and picked up like Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson going later in the first round to Baltimore. And I just don't think the Lions, with one of the worst defenses in recent memory, are in a position to do that and find success.
I mean, Christian, Nico and I talked about this before the show. They think Patrick Mahomes is out there somewhere. And it's like, you do realize that Patrick Mahomes went to arguably one of the 5 great offensive minds in the history of football and one of the greatest QB coaches ever in Andy Reid. And a Chiefs organization that was exactly what you just said, a playoff caliber organization. Yeah, Christian, I'm with you on this in that I want the rookie QB and the hope that comes with it. But I don't think they realize what it could probably look like. And it could be far worse.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I just think, if you're going to go for a rookie quarterback, don't you, imagine if he was coming into a team where your defense has Will Anderson or another one of the, a couple, we have how many picks in the top 35 to kind of solidify different playbook before we had that QB.
Listen, I'm with you. It's also why I was very upset that they won that game Sunday because I'm done. See what I need to see, and I don't need to see it. And just to prove your point, Christian, so Jared Goff, QBR, is right smack dab in the middle of the league at 16. Tell me what you see here when I read these names. Ready? Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Kyler Murray, Kenny Pickett, Davis Mills, Mac Jones. These are all young QBs that are worse than Goff. Worse.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, man. I agree. I just, I think people, again, I think we're expecting to get Andrew Luck, and he's not there.
No.
And, it's just kind of going to have to see where it goes.
Yeah, and if you take a quarterback, you're going to have to bring in either an offensive-minded coach or somebody that I really feel can help this kid run. Man, you don't think Dan Campbell's going to be the guy to usher you home? Weird. So yeah, if you're expecting a quarterback to come and fix the Lions, that's been the problem year after year after year. You got to have a system. You got to do something. And yes, once I look at teams that says, okay, what's my quarterback limitations? Because there are no perfect QBs out there.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
No exceptions.
Let's go to Johnny. Johnny, how are you? Johnny!
I'm doing great, yeah. Love it. Thanks, guys, for having me as usual. Love the show. Just have to reiterate that after that idiot yesterday who called in. Anyway, I'm changing my mind from no to yes, and here's why. Jared Goff, he's not going to do anything for us next year. I think we stay the course. We draft who we want. We draft a quarterback. Do whatever we got to do. Just let him be the sacrificial lamb for another year. Build out our team. And either if we don't get a quarterback this year because we don't like him, we're not in the draft position, then we try to make a blockbuster deal like a Russell Wilson deal. You don't want Russell Wilson. And you just move on. But let him be a punching bag for another year. We're not going to get that much better of a quarterback. And we'll
just cruise around
next year anyway.
Oops. Listen,
that's okay. We'll just circle
around. I'm super amped up to have Jared Goff. I'm only doing it because, people need to see the reality of it. If I told you the day that they drafted Trevor Lawrence, that Trevor Lawrence would be worse than Jared Goff by every rating, by every grading in year 2 of Trevor Lawrence, I would have said you're crazy. There's no way. Trevor Lawrence is the perfect prospect. People love him. They're comping him out as once a decade. It's year 2. He still stinks. That's what people need to understand. There's no Trevor Lawrence in this draft.
Yeah, I was even looking at the list of quarterbacks, what are you going to get? Joe Flacco, Teddy Bridgewater? You're going to somehow steal some of these other young quarterbacks. There's no other better option. And you don't want to go all in on a team that doesn't have a defense yet. It just
Do
doesn't
you
make any sense.
understand, though, this is part of the reason why I don't believe in this anymore? Look, I started the year and I was filled with optimism and hope. But, Johnny, I'm sitting here midway through year 2 of the rebuild, and I still don't know that I have a quarterback, and I still don't know that I have a coach. How the hell could I back the rebuild